I'm in Oban just now, and that's the useless ferry that Calmac are offering to take, in high season, to take loads of cars and passengers, foot passengers over to Mull. So I was delayed. The strange thing is today, this is the 22nd of August 22. So it's, that's five twos in the today's date, see? Anyway, things are awkward, not awkward, things are, well, they are awkward actually. But look, 20 past 2, it's a 5-minute delay in sailing because of so many cars trying to go on. The ones behind me are, like me, can't get on till the next, well, there's no guarantee, but the next one's not until 5 to 4. So strangely today I was up sharpish. I made a decision at 20 past 8 unconsciously to go to Iona and left at 10 past 10, but after on the approaches to Glenogle there was a whole sequence of big heavy vehicles all trundling along at 35 to 40 miles an hour most of the way to Tyne Drum, so there was absolutely no way of passing them, and unfortunately the delays meant I couldn't make that 12:30 sailing today from Oban. The one that's coming in, that's the kind of boat that we should be having. I'll show you when it comes into harbour. But so simply the delays in coming up the road meant that I couldn't make that 12:30, but I think the consensus is there's so many bookings and so many cars trying to cross to Mull at the moment. It's almost impossible to get on a ferry. So Scottish Government take note, eh? And then so I'm delayed here for a good hour and a half, and there's absolutely no guarantee I'll get on this, and I'll be too late for Iona today. So it's a kind of decision whether to abandon the whole thing again, because it looks like I'm not going to get to Iona. I think Columbus had actually more luck getting there than I have, even though I've been there before. Anyway, it's a pleasant day, the third week in August, but that ferry is just not up for the job to take all the cars that are trying to get there. So what I'm going to do is see if I don't get on this 5 to 4 ferry, then obviously I will have to abandon. But as I say, I won't be able to get to Iona today. But if I get on to Mull, I can camp out overnight in Mull. When I say camp out, it'll be the back of the car again. But anyway, that's just the way it'll be. And I should have brought my tent, but I didn't know what was happening, you see. Then then I can nip over to Iona first thing. But the problem is the forecast is to be abysmal for Tuesday, so I might have to just abandon ship. As the guy rightly said, it is high season still. August is still considered high season. A lot of English holiday makers and stuff, and people from overseas. So Iona's not going to go anywhere. It's been there for a long while. And as I said, I've been there in 2007, but I'm just anxious to put my feet on the inside the chapel. Not the chapel, but the Abbey. So anyway, what I might do today actually is go and get a refund on my ticket, because it's kind of, and I might go down and kind of explore the Glenetiv and stuff like that. Glenorchy, Glenetiv, that will be Glenorchy. So I might go down to Tainhill, have a wee bit of exploration down to places that you normally just bypass. Well, Tainhill I know very well, but a lot of places you bypass on a coach or just travelling by car, so we'll see. Okay, that's me, got my refund for the ferry crossing. Not this ferry, that's the one it should have been. I think that'll be the 5 to 4 sailing. But anyway, these are the normal sized boats that Calmac normally use for most of the services, so it's just a bit of a nuisance having that small boat which only gets about 50 cars onto it instead of maybe 100. Anyway, I'm not disappointed. It's just a case of this is the challenges you face when you're in the travel bug and you want to do things. I think there's some things like sitting at a train station on a platform in the freezing cold in Russia, and the train can take about 3 days to arrive, despite the timetable announcing it's coming at quarter to 6 or something like that. So this is Tainelt's main street. That's the Crieff shop, obviously. The butcher's is across the road, but it's closed. That's the butcher shop, and the wee post office is over there. And then we've got the grocer shop is here. It's a lovely little grocer shop. And then we've got the tea room. And then this is obviously the hairdresser, but everything's closed up. It's a Monday, so it looks like that's their day off after a heavy weekend. But that's the tea room, it's also closed. It's quite bizarre actually. It's just after 10 to 4, and I been in that shop, that grocer shop, getting some well, because I put everything in the freezer in, I thought it was going to be away for a couple of days, so there's nothing for my tea when I got home. So I was just going in there and getting some items, and as I say, I've been here about 10 minutes, so that means it was 20 minutes to 4. So I've been rattling on about all these times, and every single one of these times has come. I told you that before. There's a meaning to these times, and they're not. There's no indication what they're for, but it's all kind of come to fruition today. All these times have all come in some way. It's quite. I just sat down on that bench outside my car just to have a cigarette, and I just looked at my watch and it said 10 to 4, and I thought, I've been here probably 10 minutes. So there we go. That's it. This is the entrance to St Conan's Kirk at Lochaw. It's a very, very, very old church, medieval, and if you like things Gothic, then this is ideal for you. Look at this. I mean, look at the ingenious workmanship that the people had. Steps round the side to get up and clean the windows, the stained glass windows. Isn't this beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Well, I never got to Iona today, so this will suffice for making a prayer. It's a busy kirk with tourists, so I may not be able to have a prayer in silence, but nevertheless it's worth being in here. Look at the roof. A very, very old church. I think I might take a seat in the church. Here, look at this. Fantastic. Let me show you Lochaw from the easterly windows. It's the stronghold of the Campbells, of course. Argyllshire is a massive county. This is North Argyll. But Argyllshire is absolutely massive and very rural and very depopulated, and also a lot of forestry. That's about all there is, forestry. My uncle and auntie both worked in forestry with horses in the 1960s and tractors down in South Argyll. A very, very hard way of living. And to supplement their income, they used to collect winkles on the shore, freshwater winkles by the thousand. A very, very hard job as well. So when you're moaning about things and complaining, just think of the things that people have had to do, like build this church, for example. St Conan's Kirk. I think I'll have a prayer. I think I'll have a prayer at this seat here. Magnificent building this is, I have to say. This will be all local quarried stone as well. It really is ancient. Look at the carving on the wood chairs. You don't get that in your local store for buying Gillis of, what is it, Gillis, the store, the furniture store? I don't think they sell these chairs. I hope not. Look at the candelabra. I mean, that was absolutely amazing. Oh look, there's my name. Andrew. And of course Somerville. Isn't that strange? One of my brothers was called John, who didn't survive. And look at the year. 1963. Which is me. In 2002 when my mum died.